Berneka Aleia Hicks, 29-year-old female. I grew up in the city of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in a little community called Parkway. Grew up with a lot of children. My grandmother raised all of my mother's children, including foster children. So I grew up in a house full of kids, always a loner, kind of, sort of, just different, but always tried to fit in. That's who I am. God constantly pulled on me, tugged, and continued to tell me that I was called to do a great work. It's more than just music, but I wouldn't listen. So through hardship, he got my attention. It was through heartbreak and letdowns and continual hurt that inspired me to say, you know what, I don't have no other choice. When I decided to go forth, I was battling with so much. Identity crisis, fornication, an adulterous relationship, just hurt, dysfunctional family issues, feeling like I was going to lose my mind. I was even having suicidal thoughts when I decided to go forth. Right now, in the midst of pursuing my career, I am battling with healing, emotionally, physically, mentally, even spiritually. I'm going through some things in my life that I don't understand that happened to me, and so right now I'm battling with healing, just trying to allow God to do it so it can be done the right way, and not trying to find some numbing medicine and have to deal with it when I wake up in the morning. So healing is really an issue for me right now. My life has been incredibly hard because of the call and purpose and the anointing that is upon my life. Much harder than most people really know. I went through growing up without my mother, seeing her strung out on drugs for many years. I went through not really knowing who my real father was, but having to take on and cling to whoever they say he was and just love him as if he really was. Through betrayal, I've gone through accusations, lies, you know, you name it. But yeah. These events have affected me emotionally. These events has caused me to want to really find out the truth about who I am when it comes to genes. It has caused me to be a little bit more attentive to my children. After burying one, you become really overprotective, not so much of not trusting God, but just thinking something's gonna happen. It has affected me. The divorce has affected me because I've went through a couple other relationships after that divorce, looking for, you know, that feeling, that void being filled. And just going through divorce brought shame, it brought humiliation, and it caused me to never ever want to go through it again. My tests and trials has definitely inspired me to write music. I don't continue to pursue what God has called me to do, I honestly believe that I would die. I don't think there's life outside of my purpose. I don't think there's joy, peace, happiness, nothing outside of what God has called me to do. I would die. If I had to give words of encouragement, it would only be to step out on faith. Be willing to lose everything just so God can be everything. Be willing to take pain, hurt, persecution, whatever it may be to get where you're going in God, because at the end of the day, that is all that's going to matter, is what we do for Christ.